Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. I'm Sarah Kate.
Hi, I'm Stuart.
And today we are going to show you how to play Forest Shuffle.
So this is a 2 to 5 player card game from Lookout Spiel, and it's very popular at the minute. So we thought we'd give it a go and show you how it plays.
So we have set up the main board. Everyone gets a cave each. And then we shuffle all the cards and put them in 3 separate piles. In the third pile, we are going to shuffle in these 2 Winter is Coming cards, as shown by Stuart. And then for the third one, we are going to put that one on top of the third pile. And then we are going to put pile 2 and pile 1 on top. Those Winter is Coming cards are a game end time frame, and when the third one is shown, the game ends immediately.
So in our initial hands we are dealt 6 cards each. There is a mulligan available if we don't get any trees, because we do need trees to start playing the game. On your turn you can play a card, or you can draw 2 cards. Some from the deck or some from the clearing. I'll show you how that works in a second. In the top left corner, every card has a cost. For example, we could play a beech tree, it needs 1 card. So to play 1 card, we'd have to return 1 to the clearing that's available for the other players. And when we play a tree, 1 from the deck goes into the clearing as well. Resolve any abilities. This particular beech tree has this symbol, which means we're also going to draw a card from the top of the deck into our hand. That is a turn. So if we move over to Sarah Kate's hand, for example, if she was to play a linden tree for her opening turn, she'd need to pay 1. We'll pay that, for example. We've played a new tree, so 1 comes into the clearing. Is there any abilities on here? These are game end, acorns are game end scoring for points. So in this case it's 1 point at the end of the game, or 3 if you've got more linden trees than any other player.
So another action is picking up 2 cards. So we can either pick 2 up from the deck, like so, or we could pick up 1 or 2 from here and then like the other from the deck. So if I wanted this one from the clearing and then I wanted 1 from the deck, that is allowed. If you have 10 or more cards in the clearing, they are removed from the game. This is what this symbol means, you get rid of them. And then to remind yourself, for each tree you plant, a card comes off the deck into the clearing.
So now that we've got at least 1 tree in play, we're looking to populate the tree. And we can do that from sort of top, bottom, left and right. Can you see these cards here? They're cut in half, top to bottom, left and right. So we can slot it either way. For example, the European hare has no cost to it because it has 0 there. We could slot it under that side of the tree, covering up the other side. And then it says, any number of European hares may share this spot. So usually we're only allowed 1 card around each side of the tree, unless a card tells you otherwise. And in this case, each European hare is going to score an extra point at the end of the game, which is pretty cool. In another future turn, we could put cards top or bottom, for example. We'll put a butterfly under there. Again, that costs 0. This is like a set collection. So the first butterfly is going to score as nothing, but as we play more trees and get more butterflies, we can get a whole set of 5 for 20 points. Alternatively, we could have played it on the other side, so we could have played the bat under here. The Great Horseshoe Bat. It says 5 points if it leaves 3 different bats. Obviously, the symbols will become apparent as we play the game. We could also choose to put cards underneath. The blackberries here, this is a game end scoring. 2 points for every leaf symbol. There's a terminology of it all. Which one is that one? That is a plant symbol. So 2 points for every plant, and obviously we can multiply this at the end of the game.
On some cards that you can play, they have a binocular sign on them. Now, if you bought this card with the same colour as the binoculars, so in this case a very light blue. So I need two cards to pay for this one. So I'm going to be using these two. They have both got the symbol on there and the colour. So I can activate this turn, which basically means have another turn.
So we've skipped to a bit of a game end situation, so we can show you everything that's going on. We have this nice little scorepad that's split up in only in a few sections. It's quite straightforward. So we're going to look at scoring the trees on my side of the board. So the first thing we look at is the trees themselves. This linden tree would score 1 or 3 if there are no other forests with more linden trees. In this case, I've got 2 and Sarah Kate's only got 1. So these linden trees are both worth 3 points each. And this horse chestnut is a set collection. In this example, we've only got 1, so it's only worth 1 point. But obviously you could focus a strategy to get loads more points this way. The next thing we're going to score is the top and bottom of the trees, or the cards on your trees. So in this case, we've gone for some birds. 3 points for every bird. So this is worth 3 itself, and it's worth another 3 for this one, which is 6. And then this one is 2 times every insect icon, which we don't have any of in this example, so that would score nothing. So we do get 6 from the top, and on the bottom, this mushroom doesn't score any points, but it gave us an ability during the game, which was quite helpful. And then we've got a tree frog down here, which is 5 points per gnat, which we do have on this other tree. And then we've got fire salamanders on the bottom, which again is a set collection. They're much higher points on these, so they're probably quite rare. The third part of the scoring is we're going to do the left and the right. So we've got European hares, 1 point per European hare. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Sometimes the items can appear on both sides of the card. So every hare is going to be worth 3 points essentially. So we've got 1, 2, 3 hares that are worth 3 each for 9 points. We've also got this gnat. It says 1 point per bat. This is a bat icon. We don't have any bats at this point, so it's not going to do anything, but we did get points from the tree frog for having the gnat. We've also got a red fox, which is 2 points per European hare. Again, we've got 3 hares, so this fox is going to score us 6 points. We're going to move on to this side. We've got 5 points per, I think this is a deer icon. You can see these icons here. So this wolf's going to score us 5 points for having this deer. And then this deer itself is going to score us 3 points for having more deer. Well, and they do include themselves as well. So that would score us 3 points. If we move over to Sarah Kate's example, go for it.
So for this linden tree, I only get 1 point because Stuart had more linden trees in his forest, so that's just 1. This oak tree, 10 points if all 8 tree species are in your forest. There is not. And then this one is just a straight 5 points. So that's a total of 6 points for my trees. For the cards are on the top, it's a set collection of butterflies. So I have got 3 butterflies and different butterflies. They have to be different to get 6 points. And then the ones along the bottom, I've just got this little hedgehog, which is 2 points per butterfly, and I've got 3 butterflies for 6 points. And then for the left and right cards, this is 5 points if at least 3 different bats. So I've got a brown long-eared bat, a barbastile bat, and a Bechstein bat. So that's 5 points for him. The brown bear, it says place all cards from the clearing in your cave. This was like during a game. So in my cave, this is how you put cards in your cave, by putting the cards from the clearing into your deck when you play the bear. So for this bat, at 5 points for at least 3 different bats, we have accomplished that I've got 3 different bats. And then for this one, even though it is the same bat as the first one, I still have 3 different bats. So that scores me another 5 points. And then again, another 5 points for 3 different bats for this bat. And then the gnat is 1 point per bat. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bats with the bat symbol.
So we've just shown you a few small possibilities of combinations of cards in it. There's quite a sizable deck, so there's a lot of different combinations that we can do with just the base game, but we've now got 2 different expansions out there as well, which gives you even more possibilities. It's, like I say, it's up to 5 players, but it's still a card game, sort of almost a tableau builder, so we should be able to play this even with lots of players in about an hour, maybe less, but we've really enjoyed it. The nature themes really come through, and sometimes you just get lost in your own world of building your own forest, and obviously that's part of the idea of the game, but it is very enjoyable.
There's just so many combinations of like the different scoring you can go down, like with the butterflies, with the birds, with the hares, with the bats. There's just so many possibilities.
And there's quite a few different strategies with the trees as well, because they all score in different ways as well.
Definitely. What's your rating of the game?
I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. I quite enjoy it. I'd be happy if anybody brought it out. I'd be happy to sit and play that. Not a problem at all. I really enjoy it. What about you?
Yeah, I would say a solid 8 out of 10. I would want to play it with the expansions. There's 2 expansions, as Stuart has said. What are they called?
So we've got Alpine, and we've just recently had released Woodland Edge. And there's small boxes that add more cards that give greater variety to the game again, to keep us playing it, keep it on the table for us.
And I like the artwork on it. Like, the cards are just so pretty.
Yes, they are. It gives you that sort of green, foresty, woodland feel, but there is some of the iconography gives you colours to help you identify certain things. But it's all around. It's just one of those feel-good games, and I really enjoyed it.
Definitely, yeah.
And it'll hit our table quite frequently, I think.
Definitely. Forest Shuffle is available for you to purchase at the Clownfish Games website. The link straight to the product will be linked down below in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel, and we will see you next time.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.